There are three main roles that fish can play in your aquarium: dither fish, cleaner fish, and the centerpiece fish. Dither fish are small schooling fish that usually stay at the bottom of the aquarium and kind of just blend into the background. Their main purpose is to help keep the other fish calm and less stressed by providing some sort of visual reassurance. The more fish you have in this role, the better. So think about the smaller fish, like tetras or rasboras. The second group would be your cleaner fish. These are fish that actively clean the aquarium for you by eating leftover fish food, uneaten foods from your other fish, and even algae off the glass. A great example of this is a sucker fish like the pleco. Now it's important to note that not all plecos will stay small. Some will get quite large, so make sure you do your research on the specific type. Other examples would be your cleaner shrimp, or even a small crab. Now the third and final group would be your centerpiece fish. These are the larger fish that are usually more expensive and take up the biggest visual real estate in your aquarium. Examples would be things like your discus, your angelfish, or even a large centerpiece gourami. Now, each of these roles have their own benefits and negatives, and it's important to know them so you can make the best decision for your aquarium. Let's start with the dieter fish. The benefit to these fish is that they do provide visual reassurance to the other fish in the aquarium, keeping them calm and less stressed. This means that your centerpiece fish will be less likely to get injured and will live longer. It also helps keep the water parameters stable, because when the fish are less stressed, they won't be flaring or changing colors, which can change the water parameters and make it less suitable for the other fish. The negative to these fish is that they can be quite expensive, especially if you need a lot of them to school together. They also tend to be quite shy, so you may not always see them. And lastly, they usually don't do well in small aquariums because you need to buy a lot of them to really make an impact. The next group, the cleaner fish, has some benefits and some negatives as well. The benefit here is that these fish will help keep your aquarium clean and also save you money on buying a gravel vac, since they will do the job for you. The downside to these fish is that they can be quite lazy and not always clean the areas that you want them to clean. For example, the pleco will spend most of its time in the caves or on the decorations and not really clean the glass or the plants. Also, some of these fish can be quite aggressive towards the other fish or even towards each other. For example, a crab can be quite aggressive towards your other fish and can even injure them. Lastly, some of these fish grow quite large. So for example, the pleco can grow anywhere from 6 to 8 inches. So make sure you do your homework on the specific fish that you're getting. Now the third and final group would be your centerpiece fish. The benefit here is that they usually live longer than the other fish. So for example, if you have a large centerpiece fish like a red devil cichlid, it will live anywhere from 12 to 15 years. Most of the other fish will only live about 2 to 3 years, so you can actually outlive your fish if you get the right fish. The downsides to these fish is that they usually cost a lot of money, sometimes up to hundreds of dollars. They also require a lot of care and are usually more sensitive than the other fish. So hopefully now you understand the roles that fish can play in your aquarium. It's important to have a balance of all three types of fish so that your aquarium is healthy and looks good. Thanks for watching.